And thank you for joining us for KBOI2 News Midday. I'm Brian Moore, and let's get right to your top 11 stories at 11 this morning. It's been nearly 7 months since a convenience store clerk was murdered in Notice. The two suspects caught on surveillance cameras still at large. The sheriff's office new strategy to generate new leads involves actors. Coming up in a few minutes, we will explain. And torrential rains inundated the Treasure Valley yesterday, causing a lot of problems, especially for drivers. This is a look at 15th and Main, right behind the KBOI2 News studios. You can see the storm drains were overwhelmed and actually popped up a manhole cover out of place, creating a serious driving hazard. Bob Anthony will tell us just how much rain fell in a few moments. And yesterday's storms caused some flooding around the Treasure Valley. The drain in front of this Boise home got plugged and the water backed up quickly. Soon, the homeowner's door couldn't keep the water out, so she called 911.
Then all this muck was coming off of the alleyway, so it was just pouring in, and then it started clogging. And then I knew I was in trouble because it got deeper and deeper.
Firefighters unplugged the drain and dug a ditch to channel the water away from her home. And the sudden downpour caught some floaters by surprise. Dozens in Ann Morrison Park waited out the rain under trees. Some sat in the raft rental truck until the shuttle came. Some floaters even hid under bridges.
I could see it, like I saw some clouds like a couple miles away, and then I was like, oh, they're just gonna blow over, but they didn't.
Boise River and raft workers said nobody got hurt. And we could spend the entire newscast talking about the impact of yesterday's storm on the Treasure Valley. Since a picture is worth 1,000 words, you can see it for yourself. Head to our website, KBOI2.com. You'll find a photo gallery of pics sent in by you, the viewers. And the city of Greenleaf wants to make a bold statement to the world. This is not a gun-free zone. City leaders want to post these signs on roads leading into the city of 846. The reasons why, what neighbors think about the move, and what has to happen before they can be put in place. That's coming up in a few minutes. In Columbia, South Carolina, first the Senate, now the House has voted to remove the Confederate battle flag from the State House grounds. Governor Nikki Haley has already pledged to sign it into law. That'll take place at 2 this afternoon, our time. Now, after that, the bill will require the flag come down within 24 hours. And right here in the Treasure Valley, preservationists say hands off a controversial mural at the old Ada County Courthouse. The mural depicts a Native American about to be lynched. The University of Idaho plans to at least cover the image when the building reopens as a law school. Preservation Idaho acknowledges the image could be offensive if taken out of context.
I think this is a sophisticated enough audience that with proper interpretation, these law students, college professors, etc., should have no problem with the content.
Now, the murals cannot be removed. They are 75 years old and fragile. And in Jackson, Wyoming, the number of rescue crews searching for 3 Midwestern sisters has doubled. The women have been missing for days now. 60 rescuers on horseback, some are on foot, scouring the wilderness. Tracking dogs also being used. If the weather cooperates, helicopters will be used to ferry searchers and expand the search grid. Now, the sheriff does say, though, the sisters were well prepared and have backcountry experience. Governor Otter is touring the Cape Horn fire in northern Idaho. Meanwhile, Bayview residents who were evacuated are being allowed to return to their homes. Roadblocks will remain and access will be limited to residents only. The wildfire remains a concern, but there is progress. Fire Boss is now reporting that blaze is 40% contained. On Capitol Hill, a bill championed by Idaho Congressman Mike Simpson will be up for a vote in the House committee today. The bill would designate more than 275,000 acres of Boulder White Clouds a wilderness area.